Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ved and I'm back with another episode in the Piper Aero 3 series. Until now, we have covered the history and specifications of Aero 3 in the first episode, and in the second episode we covered the details of fuel systems. You can find the link to these videos in the description down below and on the top right corner of this video. So make sure you check those out when you can. In this episode, we are going to talk about the lighting system of this aircraft. I will divide this video into two parts. First, we will look at the external lighting, and then we will jump into the cockpit and take a look at the internal lighting. So let's not make this intro any longer and let's start with part 1. So, external lighting. What all do we have and why do we need it? There are two main reasons here. Firstly, to pass on the information of the state of our aircraft to ground crew, and to make sure the pilot can see where he or she is headed when taxiing, taking off or landing. Now let's start from the landing lights on the nose and then we will work our way to the tail. On the Aero 3, we don't have a separate landing and taxi light. There is just one high intensity light below the prop mount. You can turn this light on and off using a rocker switch located at the bottom center of the cockpit panel. These are usually turned on during departure once you are ready to taxi, and while landing when finishing up the approach checklist. A good practice is to turn it off before coming into a parking spot because you don't want to blind folks standing around there. Next is the strobe lights or the anti-collision lights. These are the white blinking lights on both wingtips. They provide better visibility for our aircraft when crossing active runways and also while flying at night. These are the brightest lights on any aircraft, so you can see them from miles away in the sky. Critical function, as you would have guessed from the name, is for pilots to easily track the traffic at night and to avoid collisions. These can also be turned on and off using the rocker switch on the panel as shown in this video. At the wingtips, we have another set of continuously running lights called navigation lights. Red light on the left wingtip, green light on the right wingtip, and white light on the tail. Primary function of these set of lights is to provide some information on where the aircraft is headed relative to one's position at night. For example, if you see a red light only, it means the aircraft is traveling from right to left perpendicular to your heading. If you see a green light on the left and red light on the right, that would mean that the plane is flying or taxiing towards you. If you see a red light on the left and white light on the right, it means that the aircraft is tangentially traveling away from you from right to left. Finally, we have the rotating beacon, usually located at the top of the tail on general aviation aircrafts like Aero 3, but commercial airliners have one at the bottom center of the fuselage. This is a red rotating light and it is also turned on right before engine start and turned off after engine shutdown. Primary function of this one is to warn the ground crew to maintain safe distance because we have our engine running. This can be turned on and off using a rocker switch located right here in the cockpit. That is it for the external lighting on our Aero 3. If you look at a commercial airliner, the lighting system would be a lot more complex. Captain Joe has done an excellent video on it, so I'll leave a link to that video in the description down below. Check it out if you're interested to learn more. Alright, let's get into the cockpit and talk about internal lighting now. This is going to be really straightforward since there are only 3 lights we need to talk about. Talking about the dome light first, which is controlled by a rheostat switch on the overhead panel here. This is a red light which illuminates the whole cockpit, as you can see. There is a reason why this light is red. Easy explanation is it preserves the capability of your eye to view dim lights at night while flying. Now the difficult way. There are 2 types of photoreceptors in your eyes, rods and cones. Rods are responsible for our capability to see in low light levels, known as scotopic vision, and cones are responsible for our vision in higher light levels, which is photopic vision. Now red is a longer wavelength color and rods are insensitive to red lights. So using a red light for the cockpit preserves your scotopic vision to view everything outside the cockpit at night, while also being easily able to see the instruments. Quite interesting. Next is the radio lights, which can be turned on using the rheostat switch on the cockpit panel here. This also turns on the navigation lights that we previously talked about. The last set of lights are panel lights, which can be turned on using the rheostat switch on the right. This illuminates the gauges on the left of the cockpit panel. Okay, so there we have it. Hope you have a good idea about the lights on this aircraft now and you're ready for the next episode, which is going to be about electrical systems. If you are enjoying this series and learning something new, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to this channel so that you're not missing out on any future content. Don't forget to leave a comment down below if you have any feedback or video requests. All of this really helps the channel grow, and that only means better content for everyone. Thank you again for stopping by and watching this video, and see you on the next one.